Hey everybody, Drew here for the Drew Games podcast here on the YouTube channel of Drew Games, episode number 31. Joining me is my younger brother via Xbox Live as always, Desert Nord. Hey bro.
Hey there.
And as you guys see by the title, as promised last week, we're here to discuss the two events over the last couple days. Gamescom 2021 opening night live just ended just about a minute ago or so, right?
Yep.
And yesterday was the Xbox showcase for Gamescom. Well, it should really be called Gamescom at this point for the Xbox event. And we'll get into that first because that was the first thing. So, only notes I got for that are worth talking about was Dying Light 2 is coming out December 7th. Anything to say about Dying Light 2 that we haven't said in the past? Nord? Are you still there? Well, I'm not sure if I lost Nord or not. So while I'm waiting for him here, as you guys can see on the screen, Riders Republic Open Beta is installing. Bro?
Yeah, I watched it off.
Okay, that's all right. Anything to say about Dying Light 2, which was the first thing that I wrote down from the Xbox event?
The only thing I said was that the release date was kind of a big deal with that, so.
Which was December 7th.
Yeah.
Which
there's nothing really different that they presented about the game itself.
Which
at least that I saw.
Which, fun fact, is the day before Halo Infinite's release date, but we'll get more into that when we get to Halo Infinite. But after Dying Light 2, we got Age of Empires and a history lesson about catapults.
Uh-huh.
Which I actually took a nap during that presentation and woke up and it was still going on. And then Age of Empires 4 has a release date of October 28th. And then we got like about 30 minutes of Forza Horizon 5 gameplay. And that was basically the whole Xbox thing. There was no mention of Halo at all. So going into Gamescom, I was like, we have to see Halo, or it's all but confirmed that it's getting delayed. Which I can confirm now, it's not getting delayed at all. Because we did see Halo Infinite for Gamescom. But before we get to that, any final thoughts about the Xbox Gamescom live event from yesterday? Before we get to the actual thing by Jeff Keighley.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot to talk about on that one.
Yeah.
To my knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
It was really kind of uneventful, if you ask me.
Indeed, which is why I give it an F for a grade.
Yeah, it was a sleeper, a yawner.
Yeah.
Sure.
I actually took a nap at one point during it, so.
Uh-huh.
Now, granted, I was exhausted at that point anyway, but. And then I think I wound up going to bed after it was over, so. But with that being said, Gamescom, opening night live 2021 started with Saints Row, which is coming out February 25th of 2022, and we got a gameplay trailer for it. So, anything to say about a new Saints Row game?
Well, Saints Row is a beloved series, so that's actually quite nice.
Yeah, and it seems to be going into the past with this one. So kind of like a prequel, basically.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what they have to do, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, more or less.
They don't really have
And
a choice on that.
however, the next thing I got here is actually a franchise that you've been a fan of for years, Call of Duty Vanguard, coming out November 5th.
I had expected Vanguard.
Yeah. And my note on the gameplay they were showing, it looks good, so as long as it has a single player campaign, it might well be worth $60 in the end, based on what I was looking at. But if it's like Battlefield 2042 and it doesn't have a single player, then there's no way worth $60 whatsoever, because that's stripping out half the game right there for a lot of people, and especially me, because I generally don't give a fuck about Call of Duty's multiplayer anyway. I personally generally play Call of Duty just for the campaign. And when it doesn't have one, then I don't waste my time with the game, which means I'm not going to waste my time with Battlefield this year at this point. But since it's EA, it's going to be in Game Pass at some point in the vault, so at some point I'll probably play it in the future, but I'm not going to buy the fucking thing when it comes to Battlefield. I may give Call of Duty a look at some point. Case in point, I have Cold War for the Xbox, so eventually I do wind up buying them, as long as they have a campaign. But speaking of campaigns, Halo Infinite, we finally get to it. They gave us a multiplayer gameplay. Well, it's not really a gameplay, but it's a trailer to advertise a multiplayer. And we actually got a release date, December 8th of this year. So it is coming out this year. Albeit, it will likely be missing the cutoff date for the Game Awards then, right?
Yep.
But here at Drudat Games, the cutoff date for the Drudat Game Awards is December 31st. So, and I mean at 11:59 p.m., the moment it hits midnight, that's a 2022 game at that point. Which means that Halo Infinite could, in theory, become Game of the Year for this year, as far as I'm concerned, as long as it turns out alright. And I'll be playing that from Game Pass. But also with this announcement of the release date, there's an Xbox Series X Halo Infinite console coming. Not that that's going to matter, because retailers refuse to sell any next-gen console to anyone but scalpers, even now. So once this Halo Custom Series X comes out, which I'm pretty sure pre-orders are already sold out and probably up on eBay, just like the controller for Halo Infinite that they just introduced too. Because that went up on eBay while the event was still going on. And that's confirmed at this point. Anything to add, bro?
No, nothing really on that.
So with that said, the next thing I got here is Persona 5 crossover with Super Monkey Ball. So the cat from Persona 5 is going to be in the next Super Monkey Ball game. If you're into Super Monkey Ball and you like Persona 5, this is right up your alley. So, Nord?
Yeah, no, it's good. This one's a good one.
Yeah.
They actually got above the ground with this one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Speaking above the ground, or in the sky, or however you want to go through the Riders Republic, the Riders Republic Open Beta is out now and is available for everyone until the 28th of August. So at the time of recording of this, it's about 3:17 p.m. Central Time on August 25th. So 25th, 26th, 27th, 20th. So that's 4 days to play it. which, like I pointed out when Nord's controller turned off, as you see on my screen here as it's highlighted, that's installing right now on my Xbox One, so I'll be taking a look at that tomorrow after work. Because after this, I'm probably going to bed because I've been up since about 1 o'clock this morning, so. But also on that note, something else I do want to mention that, and also something else that was mentioned that I did not take any notes of from Gamescom that just ended. Tales of Arise demo for the Xbox One is out now, and it will be installing on my Xbox One, so I'll be taking a look at that in the next couple days as well. So there will be a couple things to talk about for next week, that being the Tales of Arise demo and the Riders Republic beta, which we'll talk about next week then. So I can remember to write notes about that stuff. But after that, the next thing I got is UFL, a free-to-play soccer game. I'm looking at you, EA.
Yeah.
Because this is not a game by EA, I'm pretty sure, right?
No, it is not, I don't think.
So, if anything, this deserves a look because it's a free-to-play sports game. So if you're sick of FIFA, here's a game that you can just download and play. It's obviously going to have microtransactions, and rightly so, because free-to-play games need to have microtransactions as opposed to paid games.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at with microtransactions. In free-to-play games, they're absolutely necessary because the developer's got to make something off the game.
Yeah.
In paid games, well, you're getting money for the game in the first place, so fuck off with microtransactions. That's my opinion, and I will die on that hill. One of a few hills I will die on.
Yeah, it's just a kind of a shameless thing when you see it, especially in like AAA, really expensive games.
Yeah. So, with that said, Far Cry 6 got a story trailer. Another one. And as we know, that's coming out like in October or something like that. At least I believe it's October. Let me look here. Yeah, October 7th. So. So, Far Cry 6 is still coming out October 7th. Anything to add about Far Cry 6 before we get to probably the second biggest thing at the event?
Yeah. The only thing I would say about Far Cry 6 is that it looks like a good entry in the series. It looks like it should be, an excellent addition to what's already been released from them.
Mm-hmm.
So people who are fans will understandably be very excited for that one. And I just hope when it releases there isn't a whole lot of trouble.
Well, when it's out, I'm going to be trying to play it on stream on Twitch, so.
Yeah.
And by the way, usually when I stream stuff on Twitch, guys, I port it over to this channel, to Drew Deck Games on YouTube, so that the 200 people who don't give a fuck about my Twitch channel, which is apparently everybody, don't miss out on seeing that.
Yep.
Seeing as how all of you fuckers that subscribe to this channel on YouTube don't give a fuck about what I do on Twitch, so I wish you would, but it is what it is. I can't make you do anything. Yeah. The only one that generally crosses over from watching anything I do on this channel is you, Nord.
Yeah.
But that's only because I kind of make you. But speaking of making good things, Horizon Forbidden West. I was not expecting Sony to show anything at this, by the way. You?
No, I wasn't expecting anything there either.
But we got a release window on top of it for Horizon Forbidden West of February of 2022. So that will be coming out, like, in theory, a month before WWE 2K22 at this point. Which is actually interesting that we got a release window for that now. So the beginning of next year. And it's still being reported to be coming to PlayStation 4 as well. So that's something to think about pre-ordering as far as I'm concerned. Because the first game was epically wonderful. Nord?
Yep, I agree with that.
And finally, as it was said on the Xbox event yesterday, we actually got a gameplay showing of Age of Empires. And that was basically it, because they closed off with showing stupid bullshit from Death Stranding Director's Cut. And that was the end of the fucking thing. No showing by Bethesda whatsoever. Which means let's go back and check out what we got right and wrong from our predictions for the two events. To close this out as far as I'm concerned. So with that being said, for the Xbox events, we were wrong about Halo Infinite making an appearance at the Xbox showing. There was no Fable. Psychonauts 2 was there. There was no mention of Tunic. And Microsoft still doesn't give a fuck that retailers refuse to sell their systems properly.
Mm-hmm.
And there was no medium. So the only thing that was there that I predicted was Psychonauts 2, which actually came out yesterday on top of it. So it's already out now. So that means that on Sunday, I'm going to be playing some of that on stream for you guys. Now, because that has downloaded, that actually downloaded on my Xbox during the stream of the Jeff Keighley thing. So I'll be playing that soon on stream for you guys to check out. And did any of your predictions come across for the Xbox event as correct?
I don't think so. a lot more surprises.
So
yes.
Accuracy there. Yeah, and surprises and not in a good way.
Yeah, not great.
So for games come opening night live, for my previews or for my predictions, there was no DLC for Hitman 3. Activision gameplay for the next Call of Duty. Yeah, I was right about that. We got exactly that from Activision. There was no Bethesda whatsoever and no EA, so I got only one thing right for both events. Call of Duty for Gamescom, and then Psychonauts 2 for the Xbox event. Everything else was a complete surprise. Because I thought Xbox was going to do something about Halo at their thing. No, they saved it for Gamescom. And thank God they even did that much. Because I was not expecting Microsoft to do that. If anything, I was expecting Microsoft to basically, I don't know, go into anything else, because they have so much stuff in the works at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But a great surprise was Saints Row, because I was not expecting a new game in the series at this point. We were kind of expecting a new Call of Duty because there's one like every year. So that's not really a surprise, but with it being called Vanguard and it being set in World War II again, that could be very interesting. Halo Infinite coming out on the 8th, that's actually a good thing. Riders Republic, we'll see how the beta goes. The free-to-play soccer game could be interesting. And Horizon Forbidden West is actually the biggest deal outside of Halo's release date. And the fact that Horizon Forbidden West is actually supposed to be coming out in February. So all in all, it was a good couple of days. Yesterday was pretty fucking boring because it was nap time for the Xbox event. But today was actually pretty interesting. There was quite a few interesting things, some of which I didn't write down. But one of those things actually does prompt an idea for the Drew Entertainment podcast over on the Entertainment Channel to talk about some of our fondest memories of watching Deadliest Catch over the years and whatnot. But with that being said, I don't have anything else. Do you?
Yeah, the only last thing I would say about the Gamescom Day 1 thing is that I do agree Elden Ring is the most exciting thing.
Yeah, I agree.
I hope it's not bad.
Quite.
Because it still could be.
Well, we'll see, because I have Elden Ring pre-ordered through Target, so.
Yeah.
As I do for Far Cry. Let me look those up right now. As well as a physical copy of Among Us for Xbox One, which is still slated to be delivered like somewhere between January 3rd and 6th. Even though it's supposed to come out at some point this year, but there's no official release date for it yet, so that's why it's slated for delivery on that date for now. Yeah, because there's no confirmed release date. Otherwise, yeah, here's Far Cry 6's pre-order. I also still have Elden Ring and the Pokemon game for the Switch.
Oh yeah, you mean Legends?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Yep.
Which is supposed to be coming out in January, so.
Yeah, that's another one I hope is good.
Yeah, so for me, what I'm going to be covering going forward is obviously on Sunday, like I said before, Psychonauts 2, I'm going to be trying to play some of that on stream and see how that goes and see if I like it at all. And then Riders Republic we'll talk about next week, as well as Tales of Arise and that demo. And then in the future, Among Us will be playing on stream once that's out for Xbox. And and I'll be playing Far Cry 6 as soon as my copy is here, or if it comes early, much like Miles Morales, it's gonna have to wait till launch day. And same thing goes for Elden Ring, and the Pokemon game we'll talk about when the time comes too.
Yep.
And that's what's currently intended for now. Because WWE 2K is now coming out next spring now instead of this year, which we figured it would be coming out this year, which it's not.
There's all these pushbacks, you know.
Indeed. So with that said, I don't have anything else. You?
No, I don't have anything else to add.
So, next week, yeah, we'll be talking about those games and that shit like that. With that being said, we will see you guys next week to talk about Riders Republic, Tales of RCS Demo, and we'll see if there's any other news after that and whatnot.
We hope it gets interesting, but
well, we'll see.
It's been slow even through these, massive presentations.
Well, it's been a little slow, but Bethesda threw a curveball when we wound up on Saturday doing a first episode of the Drew Games News on the channel, talking about Skyrim Anniversary Edition and how we feel about it.
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't checked that out, please go check that out. Drop a like on that video. And leave a comment down below of your thoughts on Skyrim Anniversary Edition. With that being said, this is the shortest episode of the podcast I think there's ever been. Less than 30 minutes. But with that being said, yeah.
Concise.
With that being said, actually, how do you feel about filming the DDE podcast for the other channel right after this?
Well, if you're ready for it, I guess.
Well, seeing as how this is so short, we might as well start that then. So with that being said, after you guys see this, head over to the entertainment channel for the first episode of the Drew Entertainment podcast, in which Desert Nord and I are going to be going over our memories of watching Deadliest Catch over the years. Yep. So go check that out. While you're here, hit the like, subscribe for content like this, and also content of me playing games on the channel, which I will be trying to do more of in the future again, which I got to keep trying to do. And head over to the entertainment channel for reactions to music videos, like anything from Tom McDonald, or if you guys request something and I feel that it's safe to react to on YouTube, I will do your suggestions as well. And also us talking about things like Deadliest Catch over there. With that said, we'll see you guys over on the other channel in just a little while. Later.
Later, guys.